Hello, hi guys. Got a new idea today to take with us to the craft market. So we're getting close to Christmas and I wanted to try something a little bit different. Right now the paper stuff is not selling the greatest. It's not terrible, but it's not as much as we'd like. So I thought, what if we do something a little bit different? We do kind of the same techniques that we're doing with our junk journaling, but what if we made a candle wrap? Something that can decorate a candle. And I'm thinking that if we put elastic around the back, we would not have to attach it directly to the candle itself, and it could be something that is reusable when the candle goes out, or, well, gets used up. So I got a handful of different candles and thought that we could try a few different scenes and maybe see how that works. Now, one of the things that I've learned, so I think we could do a big one, but some of these we might want to trim down just a bit so that they fit better. One thing that I have learned about selling candles is what I will probably do is display them on candles, but sell them without the candle. It's a whole different set of insurance that you need, and I don't want to be responsible if one of those candles is terrible. I don't want to be responsible for burning somebody's house down because I would feel terrible, and I also don't want to be liable for burning someone's house down because that would also be terrible. So we're just gonna play. I'm trying to make a little bit of space here. My desk is not the cleanest, which is not anything unusual. Had some fun last time making little butterfly ladies. And maybe we'll do that again. We'll have to see. I definitely think that we are in a good place for some snarky comments, so I am planning on using that again. And maybe even the bigger ones. We might have space for some of the bigger ones. I'm just pulling stuff over here. And maybe we don't go with the lady. We'll have to see. We'll decide as we go. But let's start with one full-sized one, and we'll see where we get, and we'll see what we decide going forward. One of the things that I definitely wanted to do was add some 3D flowers. Get those out of the way. At the thrift store, I got very lucky, and I found let's see, do I have them? Oh, I don't ever put anything back the right way. It's the Thinlits, the Tim Holtz 660227. So that is the 3D paper flowers. And then the other one that was in that package is this one with the 3 flower types and a whole bunch of sizes. That one is 661806. So I cut out a ton of these. I kind of spent my whole weekend last weekend making paper flowers. There's just a whole bunch of them. There's the ones that you layer, and here are the ones that you roll. And then I just took some of these that also came from the thrift store, and I put some of the gold wax on it and put that in the middle of each flower. So we'll pick those out as we go. I don't have a really great plan here, guys. I just kind of thought that we would, yeah, we'd feel it as we go. So let's just do it. Here are some new, also, stickers from Temu that I got a while back. So I'm going to take a peek at some of these. These are some flowers, very pretty. So we could, I hadn't even opened these yet, we could definitely use some of these flowers. And the other ones that I have here, and I think I accidentally bought 2 of these, and that's why there's so many, I think. And then we have these birds. I might want to use a bird somewhere on here in place of, instead of the girl. So these are all hummingbirds. Beautiful, beautiful stickers. Love them. So we could decide to go, that one looks, why do they look mad? They look angry. God. That's okay. So cute. Yep, so we'll just have to figure it out as we go, as we do. So let's start off, I think. Let's start off, let's get our glue book. Let's start off with a little bit of collage on the background. Let's open up our glue book. I just happened to find these ruffle elastics at the thrift store. There's some glitter elastics, and I thought, well, those would be fun for this. So 50 cents, picked those up. How about if we get out, oh God, it's getting real big here. Let's get out the scrap basket. This is my scrap basket. Maybe we just pick out a few colors of things. There's a piece of paper. Well, I mean, there's lots of piece of papers. You know what I mean. What are these? I must have thrown those in there. Those aren't scraps. Oh well, we'll use a couple of those. I must have got lazy picking up my desk and just shoved some things in here. There's some stamping we did a while back. Coffee dyed paper. Okay, we've got a good number of things here. So I just shoved all kinds of stuff in here. There's some book page. Here's some, player piano page. Okay, that's a good chunk. A good chunk of pretty neutral looking stuff. All right, let's get these picked up and out of the way. I was outside today doing a little bit of chainsawing, and I have got so much dust that went up my nose that I have been sneezing all day. Well, since I got back in the house, I mean. So I'm going to try to not be too sniffly, but it is what it is, guys. I'll do my best. Right. Let's just start tearing. We're going to try to not be too prescriptive with this sticker. I'm just going to make some little layers. Oops. Did one of those. Putting this stuff down. The very first thing that I'm going to do, though, is go blow my nose. Okay, that actually worked out well because I left half of my stuff that I'm going to need out in the other room. So let's get ourselves organized here, man. Kind of a mess. Kind of a mess. Okay. Scooch those. Scooch, scooch, and scooch. And I'm thinking maybe we can do some, some dangles or, maybe some charms. I just ripped some, and now I just put the big pieces back on top of what I just ripped. Lord, I hope it's not gonna be one of them days. Okay, glue stick. What a giant mess. Okay, here we go. I do want, here, that's folded in half. I do want to ink my edges because I love that look. And we're going to go nice and dark. Now we could go with different colors on different layers if we want. That's one of the best things about this kind of art is other than a couple of not technical rules, but some things like, make sure your edges are down if you don't want them to catch on anything, or thinner paper needs drier glue, those kinds of things. There's really no rules. Seal and water soluble if you're going to put anything wet over the top, that kind of thing. But for the most part, we just do whatever we want. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't, and either is fine. Because as we're spending our time and doing our craft, our art, we're learning things about our processes and our preferences and our supplies, all of that stuff. It's all learning. It's a little long. Let's go this way. We're going to make more than one, so even if we are inking more than what we're going to use on this one, I think that is just fine. We'll see if we make more than one. I'm going to make more than one, and we'll see how long this ends up, and perhaps if y'all aren't too bored, then we can go ahead and do more. Just haven't really been feeling it lately, so I haven't been One, I really haven't been doing a lot of art, and I also have not been filming. I don't know. I think I'm putting in too much time at work, and it's making me exhausted when I get home, and taking away my motivation at the end of a long day has been to sit and scroll, but I need to get away from that because it is not serving me well by any stretch of imagination. So we'll see. We'll see if we can just maybe keep it going. This time of year I know is hard for a lot of people. Just there's a lot of stuff going on. So just about done here with our inking. And then we'll start laying some of this stuff down. Looks like we're going with a neutralish theme, which I think is totally fine. A little bit of pink there. We may or may not use that. And that can go over there. I think we've got a good start here for this guy. We can always grab more if we want, because that's what we do. We do whatever we want. And so let's scooch our glue book over here, and we're just going to start placing stuff. We're not going to overthink it. We're just going to start placing. There's a good chance that I might sew around the outside of this, but not sure yet. Not sure. Let's start putting things where we think they might look kind of cool. Let's try to get at least to the edge. We can always clip it shorter later, but okay. We don't want any white edges. Let's go with this guy. Maybe we can put him down here. I'm really not thinking about this much at all. Just laying stuff. And as we do more layers, there will be more thought to it, I'm sure. Right now what we're doing is we're covering anything white. We don't need any white spots. Oops, let's have everything covered up with something. We do end up losing some of our cool edges, but I think that's okay. That is okay. We can always put more in. Let's see, how about if we go here with this? I just said we weren't going to overthink it, but I'm trying. We can still have some sort of thought involved. It really is a personal preference if you like straight edges or ripped edges. Everybody is different. These are the foams that I got from Temu, and you'll see they do shed. So I'm not very happy about that. So I did buy, I was out and I needed some more. And so I did buy some of the flat ones, the actual Ranger brand ones when I was at Joann's last. So we'll give those a go and see how that works out. Okay, oops, just made a kind of a mess. Doesn't matter. Okay, what else? Let's do, before we get much further, let's go ahead, or any further since I just stopped. Let's go ahead and ink around our edges, because that will give us more of an idea of how this is going to look. This is going to be, obviously, we did ink before on all the papers, but this we can do more and really get that standing out. All right. We don't want to get it super, super thick because we do need to remember that it's going to be curling. I think this one can go on this sized candle. And so we just are going to want to make sure that we've got everything glued down really well and that it's not going to curl and pop up when we put this on. But we don't need to worry about that just yet because we are going to work on it flat. There's no reason for us to have to make it super hard and work on it at an angle. At least not yet. All right, let's get a couple more of these on just for interest. On at least one of these. And I think this would look nice right about there. Break up that big area a little bit and then maybe break something up over here. Let's see, what else do we have over here? We could go this. Let's go ahead and go with this. And it doesn't have to go all the way to the edge either. We could just add our ink here at the top of that one and oops, let's go, how about this way? Again, covering up a little bit of our cool edges, but I think that's okay. I'm going to force myself to not care that that's not exactly square. It's one of the hard things with, sometimes with the straighter edges, I want them to be straight on the paper, but that does not always work. Alrighty, now I'm thinking we want a little bit of stenciling. So let's pull out, let's see here. How about just thinking and looking and thinking. Let's see. All right. How about we play with these guys? Maybe we want a little bit of these. You see how filthy my stencils are. They're not even going to be the right shape, I don't think, at this point because there's so much junk in them, but we're going to use it anyway. Well, I suppose we could just use this side. Anyway, how about let's go in with some vintage photo on this. Let's see if we can get some of that to go through. You see it a little bit? Maybe if we go this way. Good and saturated, perhaps. Or we go like this. Yeah, there's not even enough on there to be able to see it. A little bit here, a little bit there. I do feel like I want it to show up more than that though. Let's go ahead and go a little darker, or a lot darker. Is that. Do we also want, let's go ahead and let's grab some how about some tea dye? Whoa, let's go tea dye and maybe some vintage photo. Let's get some dirty speckles on here. A little bit of a splatter. Like that. I like that a lot. I feel like it's been a while since we like dirtied up something. Don't know why. I don't know what we're doing. We could totally do that. And maybe it's just because I haven't been doing it because everything's such a mess over here. Here's some of the not that and not these stars. Maybe we'll put some stars on there. I like those, but that's not grunginess. Here are some of the grunginess. Block, 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 block. Here's a block. All right. Let's see if any of these will even stick. Hey, look what we did. All right. Let's get ourselves a nice chunk there. Maybe some there and here. We don't have to go super out of control. Maybe we want some dark little spots. Let's go some scorched timber here and there. Just little tiny, something got splattered. And we can go with that. We can go with that. Okay. Oh, guys, I'm going to sneeze. Phew, excuse me. Goodness. Okay. Let's go with that. And shall we do, let's do some, let's go ahead and do some stars because I think these are really cool. Now, do we do them in blue? Do we do them in brown? Or maybe we just go ahead with some black. I did it again where I left my my VersaFine out in my art stuff. So we're gonna go with this. Served me just fine for a very long time, so we'll be just fine with these. Give us some numbers in some various locations. I'm just making the background more interesting and giving more depth and texture. All right, we gotta take another little pause. Okay, here we go. What did I put? Oh, nothing. I'll find it when we need it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, yeah. We were stamping. Let's go with this. These are my favorite stamps. And these red rubber ones from Tim Holtz are the absolute. The red rubber's just the best. I only have one set, but that's okay because I don't need to have absolutely everything. Just because I want it doesn't mean I need it. Let's throw some washi tape on here. Don't have to get all of the big washi tapes out, but we sure can. Let's see. I don't know why. Here. Whoa, flinging washi everywhere. Here, let's use this one. That's got some cool colors. I get all my washis on Temu because washi tape can be really expensive. And if you are like me, I see a cool pattern or, oh, these look vintage. And then I see somebody else using it and then I really want it. And like I just said, they are not cheap. Let's see, how do we want this? It doesn't have to be all the way across. Let's just put some down. With the washi, I do like to just throw it right over the top of my glue here to get an extra layer of sticky. Sometimes it's hard to tell how sticky the tape is just on its own. So it doesn't even have to be, you know, in a single piece. It doesn't have to be straight. It can be ripped. That's something stuck under it. Put a little bit more on there. There we go. All right. I think we got a pretty decent base going here. We've got some layers. We've got some different colors and textures. So let's see what we might want to do for our focal point. I don't anticipate that these will take a whole super ton of time. But, you know, we get very indecisive sometimes, so it very well could take all day. What do we know? That's a pretty one. This lady is pretty. What's she resting her arm on, though? Maybe right there. She could rest her arm right there. It still looks a little weird. I don't know what she's holding on to. But she also could be cute. Let's see. Little gal in her coat. That's a pretty light one. Looks nice. Something tells me that this woman right here she looks like she'd be sassy pants. And so I think that means that we want her on here. So let's find, where are our sassy sayings? Here they are. Here's one book, and that one's inspirational. This one is sassy. Let's see. I kind of like this one about not buying any of anybody's issues. Now, these do come in black as well. let's see. I really like this. Everything happens for a reason, but sometimes the reason is that you're stupid and make bad decisions. All opinions will be ignored in the order in which they were received. That seems like something that we could really enjoy while we're enjoying a candle and ignoring the rest of the world. Seems legit to me. Just getting rid of this core. Whoa, making a lot of noise. Okay, getting rid of that white core. So we're gonna go ahead and use our glitter glue. No glitter, just a really good glue. And that name is the name of the company. I'm gonna put that here. I think that would be good. I do realize that when we put these snarky comments on here, it does eliminate to some extent probably the audience that would enjoy something like this, but that's okay. Not everybody is going to like everything. And I think that's a good lesson to have when you're an artist and you're putting your stuff out there. I try to remind myself, if I go to a craft fair, there's certain things I like, certain things that I absolutely adore and will look all the way through at every little bit and piece in a booth. Other times, there's some booths that I don't go in, and it's not because the stuff is not beautiful. It is just because it's not my thing, or maybe it is my thing, and I already spent a load of money on it, and so I know better than to walk in there and spend money I don't have. So any number of things can be the reason why somebody's not taking the time to look at your art if you're at a show, or maybe watching your videos or commenting. Or we all love the interaction, but sometimes it needs to be okay when it isn't there. I'm not sure if I want to have this right on there or 3D. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue on the wings where I want them, and then we can make up our mind about where she's going to go. And we can also look, I didn't do that very well. We can decide if she's going to go up above, because we're going to have 3D flowers. I'm going to let that dry for just a second and we'll be right back. Okay, we've got our glue gun warming up. Just realized I didn't clean my glasses after being outside working today. Whoa, look at all of that I can see. It's kind of crazy. Okay. So we know she's going to go in this area. Now, I'm going to try to not make this super awful for you guys, and attempt to not be impossible with what I'm choosing. All right, so let's go with one of this color, because It seems to match pretty nicely. We could use some yellow, but we also have that in yellow. We've got some white. How about a couple of little roses? Let's see. Oh, somebody either lost their center or I did not get it on there very well. Okay, we'll probably need some leaves. Let's get some of the leaves out. Okay, let's say, did I bring my tweezers back in here? I did. Let's see, not really any purple on this one. Oops, there's a yellow. Oh, come on, man. There's a yellow rose. I really didn't do any light blue. Oh, but this has yellow and light blue because that one had a piece of paper that was a little bit odd. All right, so how do we want these to look? So we have our ones that stick out quite a lot. So I'm thinking, I have no idea, you guys. So I'm just, oh, for the love of God, I had this sitting right nice. I've never used this kind of stuff, but I would guess that our best bet is hot glue because we can make it kind of thick and that should stick. And maybe we start with the stuff that's the highest off the paper and then kind of build in around it, maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think? And I'm thinking maybe we go kind of like that. But I could just be being ridiculous. Go a couple of those and then maybe a yellow or that yellow. Well, we're not going to get anything done if we don't actually just do something. So we're going to try. Let's see. This is a high temperature glue gun. Got not too terribly long ago. I'm just kind of looking under the side here to see if I got a good grip, and I think that I do. Let's see here. Can you see? Yeah, you can see where the glue is. So I think that's okay. I'm just still gonna remember that we're gonna be bending a little bit. I didn't sew around the outside. Good darn it. Oh well, guess it's not getting any stitching. Okay, next. Maybe we want a couple of little ones down here. That might be cute. Let's put this guy on. This one probably doesn't need hot glue, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's right here. And it is, you know, a little heavier. Let's see what we might want to do with. I don't want to burn myself, so let's go like this. Put a couple of leaves. Maybe just one leaf. Let's see. We might have to only do one, you guys, because I can't get my stupid nose to stop running after being outside. Let's put, well, let's see if I can manage to get a little on there without burning myself. Try to get that down flat. Let's see here. I don't need to hold it down that long, especially when we're using hot glue. I do think these are so pretty though, and so fun, that it's hard to not just want to keep adding. I just want to keep adding more. Now we do need something up here that will get us like closer and closer to, we're going for dimension here. And maybe if I get the glue in there, maybe we can also, put that in, and then this. I'm sure that there's better and easier ways. Oh, look, those weren't even glued on, and then I did that. I'm sure there are much better ways to get this stuff where you want it than how I'm doing it. But handmade does not equate to perfect. We talk about that all the time. So I'm not going to worry about it. All right, let's do a quick check about how our lady will be. Cute. Now our question is going to be, that leaf looks a little large. Maybe not. I don't know, guys. What do I know about flowers? Nothing. I do feel like I need a spot of this glue so I can tuck that in like this. But I still feel like we needed this one too. Okay, there's a couple of leaves, and we can always bend this down a little bit. Curl that paper just a bit. And do we think that we are in a good place? Keep giving it the, we'll check the curl here in a moment. All right, let's scooch these back. Like I said, have not done this before, so we're learning together. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Let's take a quick look. The only thing that is bothering me a bit is that you're not seeing, if you're looking at it from this way, you're not seeing those flowers. We might have gone too wide because the flowers are not there. Does that make sense? Like, you're not going to see all of the front at the same time. So maybe, well, this is going to be even more so. So let's see here. I think I know what we can do. I think we're going to do this. Now, nobody freak out. It's going to be fine. Here's what I think we need to do. I think we need, oh gosh, can I get that through? Oh, I can. Okay. I think, let's see if we can get this straight. Looks mostly straight. I think we need a little more. Oh, here, what if we go down to this end? Nope. There? Okay. We're just winging it, you guys. We're just winging it. That looks mostly straight. This is what we're gonna do. Okay. Now let's re-ink our edge here. Nobody will ever know. Now what I think we can do is I think we can cut this area around. Oh, God, how many different times am I gonna turn it around in my hands? Here's what I think we should do. I think we can carefully cut this area that we have our flowers stuck to, get most of it out of the way, and then we can go even closer. And then we have our flowers, and we can glue this corner to that corner. And now let's see, what are we gonna do with her? Unless she goes here and these go there. You can't see that. Then we could go here. Or, let's see, might we be lucky enough that there's a little, can we make just enough of a space to tuck her under without having a major problem? Let's see. Can we? What about like that? Can we still fit these up here? We can. Can we even go a little further with her? Squashy, squashy. Nope. She can go right to the edge. I think that's what we're gonna do. And then maybe we can put one thing over there. I don't know what it will be, but I think we could. All right. Well, wasn't that a lot of drama? Or we just put her right here. Not behind, just right on the edge. Should we just do that? What's the difference here? Behind, she's up a little higher versus here in the absolute corner. I don't think it makes any difference, really. We're just gonna put her, oh, duh, oh my God, you guys, come on, why do you let me be so dumb? All right, let's get these on there before we forget what we're trying to do, or I mess it up. Okay. I have no idea how these would be packaged. Here's what we forgot. Totally forgot that we can put her like up and then it'll be fine. Still want that though. Okay. Let's do a little bit of tape. And do I have the itty bitty tiny little circle ones on my desk? I do. Okay. We can. Actually works really good if you take the back piece of paper. If you can remember which one you had. The back sticky off first. Let's go with this bigger one and put it right in the middle. And then, will that fit on there? Probably not. I think we need another medium-sized one here. And we won't put any behind her wings because we will be able to see it if we do that. Okay. And this can just go right here at the edge. All right. Now let's see what we got going on here. That is better, I think. Is that not stuck the whole way? It is better. I might have missed some of this. I will get the art glitter glue. This might be much more difficult than we kind of thought it would be, guys. That does not want to stick to that washi tape. Okay, let's see. Talk about all the different kinds of nonsense. Oh, that washi tape was terrible. All right, let's try this. We are going paper to paper. Putting a lot on there. And wait, pink goes in the corner. Pushing down some of these guys, petals. Pushing down some of the petals. It's just a little bit more curliness. Okay. And my initial thought was that we would just go side to side. And maybe we still can. I want to use the tiny attacher because I think it will look okay even though it's not sewn, it's not perfect, but I don't think we would expect it to be perfect. Since this is, you know, junk journal-y, collage, ripped paper business stuff. So I don't think we would expect it to... Oh, I need a new pin. Everything's falling apart, you guys. Everything is falling apart. I had another pin, and I don't know where it went, but this one is bent and is not playing along. Okay. So we need to decide. Well, let's start. I'm going to make a little. Let's see, which color are we going to use? Where did they even go? Oh, over here. Okay. Not the blue. I kind of like the green. Let's see what we got here for... Hey, there's a pin. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I could take that ugly sticker off. I don't know if that's big enough. That little pin. Okay. How stretchy are we? Pretty stretchy. So it needs to be tight enough to hold it. I think that's probably about right. I'm gonna go with that length. And just hope for the best, because, you know, this has been a little more fumbly than I had kind of expected. Don't pull it while you cut it. Okay. So let's start by stapling it on this side. If I was smart, then I would have stapled it before I put her on here. But, you know, why would somebody do the smart thing? Can I pull her off gently? Even if it's just the wingy part. No, I don't know. Yeah. Kinda. I'm gonna have to re-glue that, but that paper. What's that stupid washi tape again? We might just have to be okay with that washi tape since we'll have it secured this other way. That out of the way. All right, we are learning quite a lot about the order of events here, about sizing, about many things. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, so we definitely do not want it to be turned. We want it to be, let's have it on the front so we can see, or do we want it on the back? What do we do there? We did the front. Let's do it on the front. Why not? How close are we? We're almost lined up perfectly with this. So we're gonna go like that. And I want it on the front. Okay. Right, Mr. Holt's tiny attacher, do me proud, would ya? The time I spent looking for this thing was insane. Because I wanted to buy it physically. I didn't want to wait for it to come in the mail. Okay. All right. Okay. This looks like it's gonna work. Oh, how come sometimes it really is more work than we expect? All right, I'm gonna do a couple of things here. First thing I want to do is put, I want that petal in front of her wing, and I think I'm going to see if I can attach it. Just the tiniest bit of glue there. It'll just be another anchor point. Okay. To keep things where they go. And now let's put our other one here. And I don't think it even matters if it is a little higher than the other. Closer to the edge kind of is what I mean. So let's put that on. I can finagle my way into this. I almost scared myself with that one, guys. Okay. And I think we're going to do things a little differently with the other one, the next one. But I want to try it a second way, if I can get by, because this has got way more fumbling than we should have to do. And it's because I didn't think all the way through. Would be like trying to attach these. When there's already 3D stuff in the way. Okay, now if that wasn't enough, there is one other thing that I want to do. I almost knocked over my soda. I'm kind of wondering if the universe is like, it is not a craft day for you, my friend. Get out. Let's see here. What kind of charm do we want? I do have some cute pink flowers, but we do already have a million flowers, clearly. So maybe we don't want a flower charm. Maybe, let's see, would these be awesome? Think happy thoughts. No, we don't need anything. No, what am I trying to say here? We don't need anything inspirational when we've got our snarky comment right there. What else do we have over here? Those are the bulb pins. We will need one of those. don't think it matters which color. So there's that. I had a good load more. Oh, here they are. See, I know I had more. Let's see. We said we didn't want a little flower. We could go with a little butterfly. We got some of those. Or a little dragonfly. Or we could just go, well, just a little key. Same color. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. But that's okay. I don't think a feather would make, not that any of it makes sense, I guess. A key doesn't make sense either. Okay. Get this out of the way. Oh, Lordy. All right. Here we go. Let's get a eyelet and a cover. Not a cover, a washer. An eyelet and a washer. And let's get our dangle in there. Okay, so we are going with the big hole. I'm going to put it right there. And then we're going to push this through. And I'm going to put the washer on the back, flat side towards the paper. And we are going to give this a good squeeze. All right, what setting am I on here? A2 for the big one. So let's put this fella in there. It does most definitely the first time you do a project. Maybe that's good to see all of the fumbling around. Because, you know, the first time you do a project, it most definitely does not go as smoothly as you think it's going to. I don't think it ever does. If it does, you're lucky. It doesn't ever go smoothly for me the first time I try to do it. See, even this doesn't want to lay flat. Okay, there we go. There is our little pen. We got something on each side. Let's go ahead and see about getting this off, because I probably should have taken that off the first time. Oh, it's going to give me trouble. Here, we're just going to take the lid off. How's that? How's that? Works for me. All right, so here's our candle. What size is it? 15-ounce candle. Now, I'm going to set it upside down. And I am going to put this lady on there upside down. And I am going to turn her around to cover the actual label that is on here, and this is what we've got, and that is a fun, sassy decoration for somebody's wall. Oh my God, somebody's shelf. And the beauty about doing it this way, where it's removable, is when your candle's gone, you can move it to a new one. So there you go. Took an hour and 15. However, I don't think it's going to take that long, any of the next ones, simply because we won't have quite so much fumbling, and we're going to know the order in which to do these things. Not the order that we did today, but still cute, pretty, sassy, and a very good fun time. I will spare you all from watching me do another one, and I will leave us here for today. Bye, guys.